Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. Earlier today, I started the snowman inspired by my friend Tracy at Tarnished Dragonfly, and I promised that I would come back and finish it. I thought at 8, then we decided to go to dinner, so it's going to be 9 o'clock, which is now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish this up. So I'm going to flip my camera over. Welcome, 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 everybody. And I may need to adjust my lighting. I think we're pretty good. I think we're okay. I have a little bit of a shadow, but I think we're good. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off. I will put a link in the description for part 1 if you missed it. So I'm just going to go ahead and work from here. So I've got this little piece that's the nose. And what I want to do is I want it to be a sheer, more of a translucent orange. So to accomplish that, I'm going to first coat it with some sealer. So I'm going to take some Big Top and brush it on. Move it out of the way here. Hey, Luna. And that'll make it so that my paint doesn't penetrate my surface. So I'm going to put it, where am I going to put it to dry it? Because I don't want it to burn my fingers. So I'll hold it for as long as I can till it gets too warm. So I had to abruptly leave to get my nails done. Grab this. Come on, little baby. And I want to take something that isn't going to burn. So I want to make sure that I've got the right side here. And that's the correct side. So I'm going to, this is pretty dry. Set that there. We're going to take some Summer Crush, which is more of the burnt orange color from DIY Paint. Firestarter is bright orange. And I'm going to dip my brush in some water. And then go into the Summer Crush paint. And that will give me more of that whole process just gives me more of a translucent finish. Hold that in place and dry it. I get a lot of questions about my heat gun. It's Wagner, it's a paint heat gun, and it gets super hot. So it goes to 500 degrees. Let me just check the size on this. And that looks really good. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to, what do I want to do here? I have a little bit of black paint. It's mostly dried up. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Tracy. Hi. I just watched part 1. Oh, Sandy, I'm so glad. So I'm just wetting that a little bit. And I'm going to take a brush. It has a little bit of a width to it. Dip it in my black. Offload. And I want to just hit this edge. that a little bit. It's a pretty dry brush. I just got it a little more wet. So I want to run a little bit onto the top here. Just having it to where it looks like I've imperfectly brushed it. There we go. Move that out of the way. And we're going to repeat that process to dry this again. Run some sealer over the top. See if I've got some, oh, nope. Not sure what I just got on my brush. I don't think it's sealer though. Or some Big Top. Brush that. And we're going to dry it again. And then we can glue it in place. I love one of the staples in my arsenal, along with Big Top's an essential. Black Spon Glaze is, you know, a must. Clear Liquid Patina is my decoupage medium. I also love the Pentart Fine Line Glue. So it is, and I don't think, oh, Express Glue. But it is fine line because it has this fine tip on it that makes everything so easy. Looks like that. And I'm going to glue this in place. So I'm going to put the glue on the back of the nose, which, funny story, I think that's the sealed side. I don't think I got that right. Gotta love it, right? And I'm going to put his little nose on there. I want to make sure that I've got that on there well. So I'm not sure if you can see. Let me turn this light on and zoom in. My little snowflakes, they're still not totally dry, but they've got some iridescence to them. I think you can tell maybe with this one right here. So those are my snowflakes. We're going to add some more glitter yet. But what I want to do now, let me brighten this up a smidge. Zoom back out. I have a light I'm going to turn on real quick here. It's a little bit darker because we're at, well, it's more than dusk now. So some of the things that I would do differently, my background is heavier than I would like it to be. So I'm not getting enough of that stamping coming through. And I would definitely remedy that the second time. I'm not mad at it. I don't dislike it, but I would definitely have more of that coming through. I'm going to draw in some eyes. Go back to that black paint. I'm gonna, hopefully this is more round than I'm thinking it is. And it's not, it's a little bit of a frayed brush. Let me do this one. And you could do something like the end of a, there we go. The end of a dowel or something. And you could put the, dots for the mouth if you wanted. me get that in there a little bit better. I like that. I may want to thicken this up a little bit. Same here, just go a little bit thicker in there. Okay. Thickening that line just a little bit, defining that part of the teacup a little bit more. Hi everybody, I missed how snowflakes were made. What did you use? So I used my snow crystal pen, and it ended up, I cut off more of the tip because it was clogged. So I'll show you, because this one kind of disappeared a little bit. And just did that. So there's snow crystal and there's ice crystal. Let me zoom in so you can see. So this is the gold crystal pen, and this is the ice crystal. So it's going to be totally transparent. So you can see these. So because mine was clogged, I trimmed off more of the top, and my dots are wider. But the other thing you could do is Pentart pouring glaze. Sorry, there's down there a little bit. And then use, I'm going to get a couple more in here. The sheer frost glitter. So I'll do that in a second. So that's what this is. There's also a silver glitter that I added to my online store. This Ice Effect paste. So that's going to give you the crystals in a paste form. So like I can take my brush and it's iridescent, and I can brush around. Oh, I didn't want to do this yet. Yeah, I'm happy with the black. Okay. I can brush to get some iridescence in here. So I'll move this up, lighten this up a little bit so you can see. I'm just bringing some of this in and sweeping it a little bit, you know, kind of to give you that look of a snowball or that rounded look. Maybe go a little bit more into the middle there. So that's what this is going to do. So it's just another form of that same pen. But in paste form. And if I wanted to, I could do the whole circle. Are you able to lighten this up at all? Let's see if we can zoom in, if you can see what that's doing. There we go. If I hold it just right, you can see the iridescence. So then I'll do the same thing around his face. And now I'm going to take and go over some of those textured parts. And that's going to give them just a little bit of iridescence as well. Add in some shine. And it's really hard to see when you're in the studio. It's not showing up. It's not showing up really well. But I'm gonna continue with that because I like it being cohesive. And I'm gonna go to these areas. So it's not white at all. It's just giving you shimmer. And that's not the only way that you can get this look. You certainly can with a ton of products. But I could build this up if I wanted. You can pull this through a stencil, but it's going to match the snowflakes. And I'm not looking to get it perfectly on the stencils. Just gives it a special something. Pull it more in there, more into the body a little bit. So if you missed the beginning, I'll link it. That looks good. I wish you could see that, but maybe you can see it more in the iridescence that's to this. But definitely pulling it through a stencil would be super cool. And I could have done that, but it would be, I wouldn't get that white opaque base. Okay, now we're going to take a look at, I'm not sure what that is right there. These right here, the scarves. So that was the bow mold. I used this piece right here. And then one of these, I think I used this one. It wouldn't matter. They're both kind of similar. And I did trim it a little bit so it would butt up. But I'm going to wipe back a little and seal it. Just get a little more of that prairie gray to come through. I'm going to go ahead and seal that. My big tap right here. That's really making that come to life, I think, when you get the big top on it. And I'm not worrying about the sides too much. Thinking about the rim of the cup. I'm going to go into that old black paint again, dipping it in water so it's barely runny, offloading it. I want that to be just a little more defined. And I'm going to go over that with a baby wipe in a minute. Okay, I'm going to take Pentart pouring glaze. You don't have to do all of this. I'm just showing you options, and I'll stop when I'm feeling like I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to take some Pentart pouring glaze, and I have this resin cup that I've just been, let me make sure this is the right one. Nope, this isn't the right one. That would not be good. Let's see if I can find where I put it. I put it in a really good spot. Oh, here it is. Here's the resin cup, or the pouring glaze. It's resin, it's just pre-mixed. And what I'm going to do is show you what the Paint Couture sheer glass glitter would do. And I think having a combination of both is going to make me happy. Keep in mind my snowflakes are still a little on the wet side, which could be a little bit problematic. Okay, so I'm going to start with this area on the bottom. He's so cute. Thank you, Kelly. So I'm going to take some Pentart pouring glaze. And this is not clogged, so I could work out of here. But the tip is a little wider than I would like, so it would distribute like too much. Pentart pouring glaze is thicker, but it still would kind of run. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go over that edge. Now, I already have some of the paste on there, but I'm looking for a heavier, more defined edge, and that's what this is going to give me. So this is pouring glaze, and it's dimensional. So this is another way you could get snowflakes, is using this and the German glass glitter. So anything that's wet is going to cause my glitter to stick. So ideally, you would wait for this all to be dry. But if this goes into my little snowflakes, that would be cool. That would not be a bad thing. So I've got that on there. Let's zoom in so you can see. My lighting just is not good tonight. So let me see it. Oh, you can see it now. See that glitter? That's the German glass glitter. That's sheer frost. And when I bang this onto my sheet, it's going to leave it just on that edge. And I'm going to get that heavy edge that I want to really help me define those snowballs. So I'll pour a little bit more in my cup. And I'm going to do the same thing. To this one. And you don't need to do both. You don't need to do the paste and the German glass glitter. It's just what I'm choosing to do. Now, some might stick in that scarf because that may not be totally dry right now either. And I'm okay with that. Slide it down. There we go. And I'm using the wider end of this stick so that I get more covered, like a wider little band. And I think I want to go in here a little bit. Let me just get the excess up there. And you can see what all of that does. So I'm going to go up to the hat now. Let me set this down so that you can see. And I'm going to get some glitter on there. I could brush this on if I wanted. Really want to take a minute and thank Tracy again for being so kind just to let me copy. Because let's be honest, that's what I did. Her beautiful snowman. Okay, let me get that on there. Did I get the top edge? No. Or did I? I can't remember if I got that or not. Won't hurt to do it again. Okay, so that part will all be done. And the German glass glitter does not come in the shaker. I got the shaker from the Dollar Tree. Get 2 of them for $1.25, and I use them in all my glitters. The German glass glitter comes in pure silver too, which I use equally as often as I use the sheer frost. But it's silver, as the name suggests. Get some on the handle here. Now, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to seal over your German glass glitter. It's going to dull it. Maybe you'll get different advice from different people, them knowing a way that, it won't dull it. but I have not experienced that. I'm going to do this area right here. Hold on, I'll move my camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to that area right in here. There we go. And I will shake all this off. So there, you can see the glitter. So I just wanted my cup to be a little bit heavier. I was going to use a baby wipe to blend it in more, but I like it like that. And then Tracy did around the edge too, which I still would need to blacken my edges first before I do that. Which is something that I really like to do. Well, hi, So. How'd you get downstairs? So let me just pour my glitter back into my container. And ideally, you wouldn't do it from a mile across the room, like I'm trying to do here. No part of this is going to work. Oh, it did. Okay. Put that lid back on. So what I like to do on my edges is get some black on it. And because I got white down the side, I need to redo my edge anyhow. So everything that I'm using, I have in products used in this week's live, just to make it easier if you're looking for anything. I don't have the Pentart Express glue in there. I wasn't thinking at the time that that's what I'd be using. Whoa, that probably made a big mess. All right, so you can see that the sides have gotten white paint on them. So I'm just going to go through and fix those. But I'm going to take my brush and go a little bit onto the top of my piece. This one's pretty good, actually. And when I pull that black more into the top, I feel like it just finishes it more, to my liking anyhow. Almost done here. Make sure I don't stick my hand in anywhere I've got anything that's still wet. Okay, that looks good. I'd like it to go just a little bit more on top. Oops, sorry. Just the butt of that brush, kind of. And I'll do that not where there's texture, so some of the other areas. I'll dry that, and then I'll be done except for sealer, which I will do on my own. Again, you guys, I would totally leave more of the background coming through. I'm very disappointed in that aspect of this project. Otherwise, I love it. Tracy's was perfect. My friend Tracy, who inspired all of this. The other thing is I should have sealed this before I did the snowflakes. That was the other mistake that I made. Because now I can't. It will dull them. Okay, so I'm just gonna take and blend that in. But I love, you know, that look where it's just imperfect. And blurred. There we go. Let me hold it up. Flip my camera over. Turn this light off because it's blinding me. Careful where I put my fingers. So here's my version of Tracy's snowman. Now, other things you could do, if I had more of that background coming through like I should, I wouldn't even feel like I needed anything. But if you go to the cozy stamp, the cozy stamp right here, stay cozy, sweater weather, those would look super cute in the background there. Or you could use apothecary labels, but I'm gonna let this dry. I'll see if maybe I want some of that background to come through, if I'm able to accomplish that. But thanks you guys for being here so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll post pictures, and then tomorrow, 4 o'clock, I will be live with, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a tile or do the, I think I'm going to push the tile back. I'm going to do the garden bouquet, the little mini gallery wall tomorrow, because I have some really fun ideas with that. So that'll be tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Oh, and if you're watching on YouTube, you could subscribe. That would be so appreciated. And if you ring the bell, you'll get notified of future lives. So think about it. Bye, everybody.